Well, good morning, and it's another beautiful day in the Lake District. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday was the Queen's funeral, so we did no walking. We don't really plan any walking today. We plan to go to St Olaf Church in Wasdale. We want to investigate that again, and we also want to go to Muncaster Castle, not to see the castle but to see the grounds really. We're more interested in the gardens and the grounds. So, but look how beautiful it is this morning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, we've made it to Wasdale Head, and Andrew's already gone into the barn door shop. Just want to look at where we walked. What a beautiful morning here in Wasdale. We can see the path we took up the side of Great Gable. We can see the path we took back down from Styhead Tarn, stretcher box. Lovely. And here we are at the church. Last time we were here we actually got into the church, so I think it looks like the door's open, so in we'll go. Somebody's put the lights on.
And like it's must be harvest. Where's that?
Yeah. Andrew always likes to read the passage that's open. So here it is.
Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep.
I think every headstone here has significance. This one here is to do with a team of locals who were killed in the Himalayas. And here's a memorial similar to the one that's on top of Great Gable, in the memory of those who died for their country in the European War 1914 to 1918. And these are the graves I remember. In loving memory of Roland Ernest Sargent, who died from a fall on Great Gable, aged 34 in 1944. Claudine Franklin, who was killed on Great Gable 1927. Rank Roberts, who was killed on Pillar Rock 1935, aged 31. And Gustav Robert Speaker, president of the Fell and Rock Club, Great Gable, 1942. The fact that those headstones are here shows you that climbing these mountains can be dangerous and you need to take care. So quite moving, I think. So we've arrived at Muncaster Castle and we're going to walk around the grounds and avail of whatever else we can do. So there's your entrance. Across the road, Andrea?
Yes, that's good.
Just remember your Green Cross code. Look left, look right, and all that crack again. So we're looking forward to some nice gardens in here, aren't we?
Hope so.
Yeah, okay. So we're just walking down the main road. There's a lot of rhododendrons here, but that's a massive one there. Look at the size of the leaf. Andrew's going to try and get some sort of a, give you some sort of a scale on it there. There's a bit of a wildflower garden, but she's got all the bugs. The bug hotel here too. You've quite a lot of stuff to see here. There's the castle. Sort of a play area. Picnic area, I suppose. A steppe eagle. There it is. Beautiful big bird. Hooded vulture. Oh, and then the bald eagle. Fine wingspan. There's the bald eagle. I don't need to read the chart. We saw lots of those when we were in Canada and America. This wee boy's making a lot of noise. It's a burrowing owl. He's not happy. This is a tawny owl. Now there's another eagle owl. Look at the eyes, the red eyes. There he goes. Oh, size of that thing.
You can find the tawny owl right here in the wild in the UK. You can't actually find them in Ireland, they haven't quite managed to leap over the Irish Sea. But everywhere else in the UK, you can spot the tawny owl. And in fact, right here at Muncaster, we have a really good population of wild tawny owls. And today, when you're walking around the woodlands and the gardens, do listen out, and if you're very lucky, you may well hear one of our wild tawny owls calling, which is always a delight to hear. Now, another myth about owls is that they can turn their heads all the way around. Now, this is completely false. If Badger here was to turn his head the whole way round, it would actually fall off. So it's difficult to get a precise measurement, but it's around 180 to 270 degrees. So about 3/4 of the way round. A lot more than what we could ever manage, but not quite the whole
This
route.
is Mole, and Mole is a burrowing owl. Now I mentioned he's a ground-dwelling species of bird. He's more than capable of doing these flights you're seeing at the moment. He is still a flying species. However, they're predominantly found nesting and living on the ground. As the name suggests, you can find them out in burrows. They don't dig their own burrows. He's got absolutely tiny feet. What they do instead is they take over the abandoned burrows of other animals living in their areas.
Europe and Asia. And as well as this, he's called an eagle owl because, as you can see, this owl pretty much has the size and strength of an eagle. Having his prey at his feet. His dinner back in his aviary, and look at that, takes himself off home now.
So after the owl display, we're now walking down to the front of the house, or the castle. It's a pity those two cars are sitting there. Just looks a wee bit out of keeping. It's a fine Fine castle. You have quite a view from the terrace. Look at that. That's the Eskdale Valley. I suppose on the left there you have Scafell. Lovely. Now we're at the back. Or is it the front? We'll call it the back lawn. And then in the distance, that's where obviously the bird flying is done. Here she comes.
Out there. When you think of Mowbray, you probably think of America. This is America's national bird, and they are native to North America and also found throughout Canada and Mexico as well. Now, Mowbray here is called the bald eagle. You are probably and yellow beak again is something that makes them so iconic and unique. But the bald eagle doesn't always look like it.
Now she's called a black-chested buzzard eagle, not because she's a buzzard or an eagle or a mixture between the two. She is a buzzard eagle, which essentially means she looks a lot like a buzzard, like a common buzzard you'll see in this country. However, she's large like an eagle. She's very, very powerful. Because over the trees there is more wind, and at the moment I'm going to ask her to tuck her wings in and come in like that. She's super fast, and all we do is we ask her to do it once, because it's absolutely incredible. And then what we want to do after that is reward her for all of that good work.
She's lovely.
Now, her life is open, and you can just tell by the shape of her, she's so streamlined. She's shaped just like a rocket, because again, this bird will be using speed to catch her prey. So we want to recreate a natural style of flight, and this is going to involve me swinging a lure. Now, you've all been a fan audience so far, but it's really, really important the entire time this bird is up in the air, you do stay nice and still in your seat. She flies very low over your heads, often at around 50 miles per hour, and believe you me, you don't want to get in the way of the bird going 50 miles per hour. So she stay nice and still the entire time she's up in the air. But we're ready for her to fly now. I'm just going to kick off this foot, which just keeps her nice and calm until she's ready to fly. She doesn't hang about, she normally pushes straight out and away from us. Because what she's doing is she's deliberately pushing out to gain height. Because the higher up she is, the better she can perform those classic stooping behaviour to try and catch her prey, which again gives me sweet slur. It's effectively a game of cat and mouse, and with swift wings today, I have to give her the lure, I have to give her that prize. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the exhilarating flight of the falcon.
There she comes. Ah!
That was swift, everyone. Our incredible Sept falcon today. Again, doing that deliberately, so I only see her at the last minute, so she's got a much better chance of catching that.
She's fabulous.
And as well as that, she'll also use the sun to her advantage. Many times today, she was deliberately flying straight into the sun. Because she knows prey items, including people, they cannot stare up into the sun. They get a really bad reputation in the wild. They're seen as evil and ugly, but they're one of the most important birds in our entire ecosystem. And that's because vultures here are what we call obligate scavengers. So you can have hundreds of vultures circling up really high in the sky, which rings the dinner bell.
Kind of thought that was going to happen.
To watch here in flight.
Where's your eyes going?
So within Mouse Malarkey, there's a clean-up crew. A world without vultures, we will have so many dead animals and disease to deal with. But unfortunately, the hooded vulture you're seeing now, they are a critically endangered species. Now this means if their numbers get much lower, the hooded vulture could actually become extinct within the next 10 years. So within all of our lifetimes, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Now these birds out there in the wild face many threats, for example, habitat loss, collision with power lines. But one factor that affects the African vultures the most is actually poaching. Now, poaching, although it is illegal, eagle is unfortunately common. Poachers will come along, they'll kill an elephant on a